The Canadian Card Collector here, and welcome back to day 101 of your daily deck review. And the deck that we're taking a look at today is the Grimmlore Tartan playing cards from Art of Play. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have a matte white finish tuck box here, with a little bit of gold foiling here for the words playing cards here, and that gold foil, and it is slightly kind of imprinted so you can kind of feel the lettering here. And then on the front here, you got some kind of greenery here, like some leaves here, and some a little bit of flowers kind of here, with a bunch of little creatures here. You got I'm not even sure what I would call these little creatures here. I'm just gonna call them the little creatures. Then you got some bugs here, like some butterflies. They're all laying on a bunch of leaves here on the side, in that same gold foil in here. It says Grimmlore Tartan playing cards. Other side says Epiphanies await the curious mind. That famous art of play kind of quote that they use a lot. On the bottom you got more of that gold foiling with the art of play logo there. Then it says distributed by Art of Play San Diego, made in the USA in 2022. On the back you got a sneak peek of the back design here. For the seal, you got a black stamp style seal with that gold, metallic inked, new style art of play logo there. On the top, there's nothing on the top other than the pattern of the tuck box continues up to the top of the box here. On the tuck flap, you got nothing there, just that white colorway there. And the same thing on the two inner tuck flaps, nothing there. Now if we take the cards out of the box, on the inside tuck box, it's just plain white. Nothing too crazy going on inside there. Now that we took a look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first, we'll start with the back design here. Here, for the back design here, you have a one-way back design, but also a mirrored back design. So at the same time, because it's kind of hard to tell that it's even a one-way back design or a mirrored back design, because you can notice the corners are slightly different. But at the same time, it's kind of like a mirrored back design. So I just call it a mirrored back design because that's kind of what it looks like. But anyways, here you got the back design. And you got that off-white that background here with that tartan slash plaid kind of design here with all those different colored lines going through it here. You got the blues, the reds, the greens, and the yellows there. And this is a fully borderless back design. It's a borderless back design here. Pretty nice design here. And it's a crazy looking one too. Almost hard to look at sometimes. But anyways, now for the cards you get with the deck. You don't really get anything that has the word Joker on it for the Jokers here. But get these kind of art cards that you can consider to be the Jokers here. Here you got more greenery the grass here. And then you got those same little creatures. You got three little creatures there. Kind of playing tug of war. With some kind of bug there, like a little cricket or a prey, or something like that, or mosquito or some kind of like insect there. And then you got more of those creatures here. One of them's on the back of a parrot there, hugging it. And then another one's over here by this owl here, and then you got some leaves around them. And then you got the full art card of the design you've seen on the front of the tuck box there, with the leaves there, and then the creatures there laying on the leaves, and then the butterflies or moths there with those flowers there, and the one dragonfly or mosquito there. And then you get an Art of Play ad card here that says Art of Play, and then it says visit their shop, then artofplay.com, and it's just the back design on the back. And for all three of these cards, it's just the back design as well. And then onto the custom Ace of Spades here. You got like a fatter spade there in the middle, and then inside that you got some more greenery, like some grass, and like some more tall grass there. There's two of those little creatures there, like a beetle there, and a giant mushroom that they're laying around. And then for the rest of the spades, they're like all the pips in this deck are slightly custom, but they look pretty standard. They're not like anything crazy custom. They're just slightly custom compared to like the standard bicycle pips here. But pretty much they're like almost like a standard pip there for this page. And then the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds here. These are slightly stylized compared to like the bicycle court cards here. But they're pretty standard here. The Jack, Queen, and King of Spades here. And we get on to the diamonds here. There are a slight like custom diamond pip there. Like suit there. But they're in like a slightly lighter red. They're not like a bright red. Okay, kind of like a more dull red color there. Then you got the Jack, Queen, and King of Diamonds here. They're slightly more stylized, like kind of, but pretty standard at the same time here. And then you got the court card for the clubs here, the Jack, Queen, and King of Clubs. The same thing. They're pretty standard court cards and phases here. Just slightly like stylized in their own custom style there. And then you got the clubs here. They're pretty like standard looking clubs here. Nothing too crazy. And the same things with the hearts here. The Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. Pretty like standard looking court cards here. Nothing too crazy going on. Maybe slightly stylized once again. And the same thing with the hearts. Slightly custom hearts here, like going like a little style here. In that like kind of duller red colorway. But pretty standard nonetheless. And we got that like slightly stylized but pretty standard cards here. Now that we looked at the cards, time to test the handling. And first we'll start with the springs. Once again, these cards are pretty like new, so they will be a little bit slippery. And I gotta say, these cards, they're really springy here. They're not like overly like springy, but they're not like super thick either. It's like a in between. Like these cards aren't like super thick to where it's like super hard to bend them, but they're not like super bendy to where they like want to over bend, like overspring. It almost wants to like overspring, but they're just slightly like more towards the thicker side, but they're still pretty bendy. They got a nice pop to them. And that nice clicky sound. So they can spring pretty nice. No like clumpiness to them, nice and smooth. Well, the springs are pretty smooth, no issues there. Now for the fans. And you got that crazy pattern fan there with all the different colors there. And you got that borderless design. It even makes the design pop even more. The one-handed... Nope. I knew that wasn't going to work. Well, now that I picked up all the cards here from those fans, here's the fans here. As you can see, they're nice and smooth fans here. They spread nice and evenly here. You can see all the pips here, the different pips. There's no stickiness or clumpiness to the cards whatsoever. They're nice and smooth. You can see they evenly fan every time. There's no issues there. Now onto the Pharaoh. A nice smooth and effortless Pharaoh there. No issues there, and they interlock, like intertwined, nice and evenly there. Now for the giant fin of the back design. Now for that reverse Pharaoh. Still a pretty smooth Pharaoh there. It wasn't as smooth though. It's still interlocked and like connected pretty seamlessly though. Now for the giant fin of the faces. Now for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, for the riffle shuffles here, they feel kind of like they feel clumpy when I was using them. Like they feel clumpy, but at times they also feel kind of smooth. So when you gotta like, it's better if you like ferrule them, because you can get them interlocked better. But when you're riffle shuffling, because when you're trying to like riffle them down, they kind of like clump together, and they don't really interlock like this as easy. Because it's pretty smooth when you're doing that. But when I was like trying to like interlock them together, they don't interlock as easy. Because like see how like unlike how like far apart they are, like how clumpy they look, and then you don't get as like a good bridge. It's not as smooth. It feels more clumpy. So you gotta get them like really precise, because they're more of like a thicker card here, like stock, so they get more clumpy. So they don't really like work together. But other than that, you're not too bad. Now for, well, that card got a little damaged when I dropped it on the floor, I guess. Anyways, I'll just put it off to the side for now, so it doesn't get too much more damaged. But anyways, now for a few packet cuts. Well, for the packet cuts, they're pretty normal, no issues there. There's nothing too, like, crazy special with the packet cuts with these. They're just normal. No issues there. Now for the one-handed cut or Australia cut. And now for the dribble. Well, the one thing I noticed with these, they're like a softer dribble here. Because like the cards don't like catch on your fingers. Like the edges of the cards don't catch on your fingers. So they kind of like fall to your hands faster. But they're still pretty smooth. There's no like clumpiness to them, no issues there. So still pretty good dribbles here. Well, anyways, now for that spread fan. I don't have to drop them because these cards are slippery. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I'm gonna say, our play has made a great deck here. A nice, crazy, like, back design here. Which I kind of like. I like the borderless back designs. They're pretty fun from time to time. Depends on, like, the style of it. And they got those nice, like, standard, but yet slightly, like, stylized, like, faces and pips there. So overall, not a bad deck. And they handle pretty fantastic. They're nice and smooth here. There's no issues there with the handling. They handle fantastic. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. This has been day 101 of your daily deck review. This has been the Grimmlore Tartan playing cards from Art of Play. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector, signing out. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.